I did not want to show you this.
Send me that picture.
The more you know.
So I've got good news and bad news.
The heavier the burden.
I was able to get him bail, $1.5 million. How am I going to get that?
Because no matter how careful,
Cannot say anything to Karen.
someone can always get hurt.
You okay?
This doesn't feel right. It is not looking good for Maurice.
Yo, what's good, everybody? And thank you for tuning in to another Tyler Perry Sisters review. This is Season 5, Episode 16, Trailer Breakdown. The title of this particular episode is Picture Perfect. The synopsis is Fatima confronts Zach with proof of an inappropriate interaction. Maurice must come up with bail in order to get out of jail. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, you already know what it is, what it always will be. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff if you want to. If not, we all good. We just gonna sit back and relax and get right into this thing. So we see Angela, and she tells Fatima, I did not want to show you this. And I'm like, yes, the hell you did. That is your sole purpose for even being in her office. You came to show her the photo of Karen supposedly inappropriately kissing Zach. So for those who don't watch Zatima, this is a recycled storyline and proves even the more the laziness of Tyler Perry's writing. One of Zach's friends saw Fatima with another man who happened to be her ex-in and took a picture and showed it to Zach. Zach jumped to conclusions. He was in his feelings, showed his natural ass, so on and so forth. I ain't gonna get too much into that. So Angela, she just so happens to be more messy on Sisters than she is on Zatima. And then Fatima tells her to send her the picture. Now, a lot of people were upset with Angela. I personally understand why she's doing what she's doing, because I would think that if a friend of mine saw something like that, they would show me. You know what I'm saying? They would show me. However, it's Fatima's response that is suspect, but I'm going to get into that further down. So I said, the moment that Fatima told Angela to send her the picture, I said, oh, hell. Fatima is about to jump, dip, and slide into one hell of a conclusion / assumption. And so we see a brief scene of Karen in her office reading over the agreement from Zach, and she's on the phone with someone. This is a scene where there is no talking. We just see her movements. So Robin tells Andy that he has some good news and bad news. And then we see Andy telling Sabrina that Maurice's bail is $1.5 million. I'm going to tell Maurice the same thing I said about Sabrina. His ass better get comfy cozy, because I'm like, first of all, they're not even being charged for catching a body, and their bail is millions of dollars. I need help. I need help understanding that. But I got a special message for Tyler Perry. I got a special message for Mr. Tyler. I need you to come forth to the altar, Mr. Tyler. Church.
You know you done messed up, right? You know you done messed up, right?
Church of YouTube Baptist. Let's not forget that no money was actually stolen from the bank. This crazy amount of bail is solely based on conspiracy only. Remember, Sabrina never got into the safe, so Q and his crew never took any funds. So I'm trying to understand, why the hell is their bail set so high? You know, I have my issues, like many of you, with Tyler Perry's writing, but it clicked in my mind as I was looking at the preview. I said, why they bail so high? They didn't even steal nothing. They didn't steal anything. Nothing was taken from the bank. Why is their bail so damn high? I don't get it, but you know, Tyler Perry will connect some stuff to make what he want to happen, regardless if it makes any bit of sense to the average, normal mind. You know what I'm saying? But we all know that this is Tyler Perry world. We're just existing. This man got his own world to make believe, and he does what he does. I just don't get it. If I was Sabrina, I'd be like, damn that. I don't even want to work in the bank no more. After this situation, damn the bank. Baby, go do something else. So after Sabrina finds out about the bail being set at $1.5 million, she asks How am I supposed to get that? And I was like, baby, I think you better call Tyrone because I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you're going to do to get this money. Now, the only person in Sabrina's realm that even has money like that is Bio. We know that he comes from loyalty, and $1.5 million just might really be $105 to him because he is incredibly wealthy. He got the funds, and you know, I'm Sabrina, you may have to agree to be a concubine or something. I don't know what you're going to do to get this money, sis. But 1.5 million, I'm sorry, Maurice has we have to stay in jail. Clink, clink, lock it down, bro. You going to have a long way to go, but we know he ain't going to be in jail long. So then there's a quick scene with Aaron at the shop, and he's talking to Karen and Pam. I really want to know how much time had lapsed from Zach leaving until Aaron walking in, but I'm sure we'll find that out in the upcoming episode. So Fatima tells Andy that she can't say anything to Karen. Now, the end of credits preview showed Fatima showing Andy the picture on her phone of Zach and Karen. And Andy tried to cue it up. It was like, oh, clearly that's an old picture. And Fatima was like, no, that's what he left this morning. This is the clothes he was wearing this morning when he left. And Andy didn't have nothing to say after that. I said, you know what? Yet again, this shows why Andy is a horrible friend. I have a video coming out a little later that we gonna get into that. Now, baby, I gotta give it to Crystal. She is giving one hell of a side eye right here. Do you hear me? That thing is vicious. This is some amazing face acting. Like, she is truly serving what needs to be served. Like, I said, oh my God. I felt that. This is some of the best face. This is amazing. Like, whoa, Jesus. She came from somewhere because that look, baby, looks lethal. So Zach can tell that something is up. So he asked her, is everything okay? Andy tells Sabrina it's not looking too good for Maurice. And I'm like, yeah, for a bill of $1.5 million, I would say it ain't looking good for him at all. It ain't looking good for bruh at all. I said, you know what? If I was Maurice, I wouldn't want to work in the bank either. But the thing is with Maurice, it's not even about the bank. It's the fact that Maurice needs to make better decisions with who he decides to open up his house to. This whole thing with Q has really shown me that the character development for Maurice just isn't there. It just isn't there. And I wish if he's going to be around, I hope that Tyler develops him more and gives him something else to do, just being this smart aleck who always got something slick coming out of his mouth, because it's getting old. It's really getting old. So Tyler, we need more from the character of Maurice. And he's just like every other character. There are some very heart-touching things that has happened in his life. Tyler will talk about it briefly for a hot couple seconds, and then we don't hear about it anymore. We know that Maurice has a very toxic relationship with his mom because she is a quote-unquote Christian, and she has an issue with his lifestyle, so she has turned her back on him. We also know that Maurice found his father deceased because his father unalived himself, and he walked in on that. And it's like, how do these people have such traumatic experiences and it never gets talked about or dealt with in depth? That is one of the true deficits of this show that I think can make it a whole lot better. And so that's all we really see for the trailer breakdown. So I had a couple people, but there's one person in particular. I'm like, my video ain't even came out yet, sis. It ain't even came out yet. I ain't said nothing about Fatima. But basically, she was saying that I would handle the situation with Zach the same way if I was in Fatima's shoes and one of my friends came and showed me a picture of my man kissing his ex. I would respond the same way. I would be mad. And I always find it quite interesting how people tell you how you would respond to a situation when they know nothing about you personally. But I will say this though. In some aspect, this person is correct, because humanistically, we do not know how we're going to respond to a situation until we're actually in the situation. I would hope that I would not respond to a situation like that the way that we kind of see Fatima is going to handle this situation. One, if I was engaged to a man, best believe I would know him more than 30 days. I'm going to just put that out there, okay? Because in my personal opinion, Fatima and Zach should not be engaged. And just like I told somebody in the comments, and the reason why I say that is because I do not believe that their engagement was deserving and it was rushed. This is no fault of the characters. This is just the way that Tyler Perry wrote it. It's very undeserving to me. It's ridiculous in my personal opinion for Fatima and Zach to be engaged. Number two, the fact that Fatima was well aware that Zach was going to Karen's shop. It's not like she wasn't aware of where he was going. I would trust my man enough to believe that he would not do something inappropriate with his ex in a room full of people. So even though I would see the picture, I would want clarity. I need to know exactly what is going on before I jump to a conclusion and jeopardize the relationship that I have with my man. Thirdly, Fatima felt like Zach could go on his own and handle this situation as if he's a child. Like, I don't need permission to go and handle adult things. Now, if Fatima doesn't trust Zach, then she needs to deal with the reason why she doesn't trust Zach. You either trust him or you don't. Do you believe that Zach is still in love with his ex? I think that is a valid question, and I believe that answer may not be what most people may think it is. It may not be. Nah, Zach ain't. Zach might be. Zach might be, because when we really evaluate the timeline of this thing, and I am going to do the video on that TV Line article that DeVal did that had a lot of people up in arms. I think he spoke truth, but I'm not going to deal with that on this video. The thing with Fatima and Zach is that, has trust really been established to the point that I'm in a position to marry you, that I have said yes to your proposal? Because if I trust you enough to say yes to your proposal, then I should trust you enough to handle your own affairs without making me look like a fool. And if I'm not there, then maybe Fatima needs to take inventory and really deal with the fact of why she's with Zach in the first place. Those are some real things. But I appreciate you, sis, for for messaging me. I do appreciate it, because sometimes, people think every Black woman will handle a situation the same. We are not monolithic. We all handle things differently based on our experiences and perspectives. So we gonna see. I mean, we kind of know how Fatima gonna handle this, and it ain't looking too good, because we know she gonna end up putting her hands on Zach. And we'll get to that when we get to that. But I want to thank you guys for listening. Until next time, I will holler at y'all later.